supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I do not know how else to describe what we went through today, right? It was a full house of young students and so many questions. We were just so overwhelmed today, right, Avi? What was your feeling today?
So I think this was, to start with, it was definitely the longest IAP we've done so far in the 15 or 14 other cities that we visited. And what that suggests is that there's a lot of interest. There's a lot of curiosity, right? And curiosity is the starting point to make any change. So if we're trying to change the Soch, you need to have curiosity. So I was really happy to see a lot of these young minds that are so curious.
Absolutely. We saw change in Soch in its purest form today. But we also saw, a lot of students asking questions so that they can, get a validation from you on making quick money, like intraday trading or cryptocurrencies, short attention span on social media, and also quick money, in their investments. You want to just reflect on that?
So I think there's a misperception that Gen Z or millennials have short attention spans. I think we all have short attention spans. I think that's just the structure and the evolution of what we've gone through as human beings. But the focus, and it's not a unique focus on making money quickly, because everybody sees a lot of these stories, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on the news, of somebody making money really quickly. But for every one that has made money really quickly, there's tons of other cases where that's not happened. So I think the focus for us is always on the long term. And I think that message is something that we've got to keep hammering at. And while the kids did ask a lot of questions around kind of how can we do it quickly, how can we do this, I think by the end of it, there was a recognition that there is no real easy, quick fix, that it does take time to grow your wealth. And it is for the long term. So I think if we can convert even 5 or 10% of that in terms of thinking, I think that's a good starting point.
We also saw many questions on, doing it by themselves, the DIY. With sea of information available on the internet, I think this also tells us that we have to do responsible sharing of information. So what are your thoughts on that?
So I'd say just one correction I would make. There's a sea of data out there. It's on us to convert that data into actionable information and intelligence, right? And so a lot of times what happens is when you're trying to do it on your own, if you've got dedicated time, you've got focus, you've got the skill sets, there's nothing wrong with it, right? There's enough people that do it on their own. But there are a lot of people that have what I call half-baked knowledge, right? You only hear part of this script. That is dangerous, right? And that I think we need to avoid. My recommendation is, unless you're doing this as a job, you should be reaching out to a distributor, a mutual fund distributor, or to a bank relationship manager, or to an advisor, and understand what your particular position is, what your particular sets of financial goals are, and start that journey with a goal. Not with saying, okay, how can I get rich quick? Where am I going to invest in crypto or any of that? And I know it's part of an education process, but we have to start that. And that's hopefully the message that we're getting across to the young kids.
Yes, and you gave them loud and clear. It's 10 degrees cold here in Agra, but the response from the schools and colleges has made it equally warm for us. Thank you for watching, and we would love to hear back from you. Comment, like, share our Soch in Motion, and we'll see you in the next series.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.